Monitor off. There we go. 1080p, you say? Yes, actually, 1080p. You heard that right. Isn't it awesome? I can be 1080p now. It's incredible. We love this for us. We love this. Let's go. This is the one slide that I didn't fix before stream. Give me a second. Ah, dear. Hang on. It's not a Neptura stream without something of this nature happening. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Hello. Got something on my screen. Welcome, everybody. Win internet, win box. That's what that is. How are you guys? Alien and Saturo. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. This is part 2 of what we had last time. Because, man. Edge or center. Completely up to you. When am I getting that video on Chinese team? It's on my list. I promise. It is on my list. It's just gonna be, because you have to go back for like years, it's gonna be a big video, and I haven't gotten around to it yet, but it is on my list to do. Why you say it like that? I said Saturo. Saturo. I said Saturo. That's how your name is spelt, my guy. That's how it's spelt. We can sit here and chat for a bit while I get my hair under control. Because if we do it this way, people will come in, and then we can get started with the second half. This is part 2 of what we did last week on Saturday. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started with that in a bit. I'm gonna close this down. Saturu. Yeah, that's his name. Everybody knows that. It's Saturu. Saturu. Yeah, I know it's not a great time for everybody around the world. Like, there's not gonna be 3 minutes late. Shut up, Proby. Shut up. I was drying my hair, okay. So, what was I doing with this? Yes, I was going here. So basically, what was I saying? Max, hello! Welcome in, sir. Hi. Yeah, so I know it's not a great time for everybody concerned. It's like 5 o'clock and most people are still at work and all of that sort of stuff. But if I do it in the evenings, we get massive crashes and stuff, and I'm just not about that. So you know what? Y'all can watch the live, the VOD, if you have to. I'm not about to crash 4 times an hour. It's just not happening. So if this will work, because I have my content on Notion, and Notion's not loading, so this is fun. How is everybody today? Saturo, Proby, Malik, Maxman? How are you guys? New video. I know we've been a couple weeks without a new video. That's because we're working on it. The video that is currently in the works got postponed a couple of times. So it will be coming out this week though. Oh, come on, Notion. Give me something. So yeah, that is coming this week for surezies, so thank you for your patience. But that will be coming soon. And it's a banger. It's good. And it's really long. So I really I suggest that you guys grab yourself a cup of tea and some popcorn or snack or something. Just really hunker down for this one. It's gonna be a good one. Me good, how you? Good. I'm good. Let's bring that down a little bit. There we go. Lighting isn't fantastic today because it's cloudy. And I'm really just trying to bring Notion up here. And it doesn't really want to work. There we go. We got it in the end. Just because this is where I have my notes for the stream. So we did how to do map analysis, we did that, and we also did how to know if there are any enemies. Now we are going to be looking at how to scout for info. Hi Jack, welcome on in. So we're gonna wait just a couple more minutes, have a little chit chat, and then we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna try and really pump these ones out, because last time we did this, it took us nearly an hour to get through 2 sections, and we got 4 an hour, so we really gotta get speedier with this stuff. So actually, if I could just... Nope. If I just do that, because the light can come in a little better. How many questions did we do last time? We did 2. We did 2 questions last time, and we got 4. So we will be going into the last 2 today. What are the topics? Good question, Max Man. We have how to scout for information, and we also have how to initiate or combat fights on rotations, which is a really good one. That's gonna be a really good one. You're gonna want to stick around for that one. Hi, go I sub. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's many capitals in the wrong places. I don't know how to handle that one. But I'm good. How are you? Class is in session in just a second. It will be in a second. I'm just giving everybody a good chance to come on in here and get situated before we go in. To probe. My predictions for PMGO. If a Brazilian team doesn't win, it's gonna be a big rip, and they need to rethink themselves as a community. That's all I'm gonna say. Other than that, I think it's really up in the air. It is with a new event, right? There's always going to be something happening. You should do casting for what? What casting for? Anything cool happening this weekend? Oh, I don't know, Max. I got 1 or 2 things, but just 1 or 2. I have a massive V Grenier coming up, Max. Now, nobody else knows what a V Grenier is. It's a car boot sale. I've got a massive one coming up. Apparently, there's supposed to be like 600 people. You know, stalls or whatever. It's a maximum of 600. 600? It's the biggest one of the year, and it's on Monday, so. Been in the community a very long time. Can you tell me what the best audio settings that pro players use, also the master volume, etc.? Bro, I may have been in the community a long time, Malik. I am not the person to be asking this question. Shifon's gonna be your guy, for real. You're gonna want to talk to him or watch his videos about that. Yeah, 600 max. Best audio sync? Because I'm not techie, that's the thing, Malik. I just play the game, I look at teams in general, not individual, like, gun settings and audio and you know, sensitivities and stuff. That's not my thing. At all. So, that's the thing. Join the Cord? Ooh, yes! That's a thing, Malik. Yes! Thank you, Satura. Why did I forget about my own freaking Discord? The link is in the chat. Is in the description, Malik. If you want to go ahead and join our Discord server, we have an epic Discord server. It's just starting out, and it's got nearly 200 people in there at this point. And it's basically for questions like that. And the community, if I don't have the answer, the community sure will. So you get that link in the description. Come join us. Top Drop, welcome. Hello. Better cynic than most. You're right. You're so right. I got some epic stuff. And today is not the time to show everybody what I got on the weekend. A 200-year-old shoe buckle that I'm going to convert into a bracelet. Non-invasively, so it's gonna be intact, but it's 200 years old. €5. I win. Anyway, are you Malik? Well, rip. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome. Alright, enough chit-chatting. We've been here for nearly 15 minutes already. Okay, we'll get into it. Shall we get into it, everybody? I think we're ready. I think we're good to go. Yeah. Class in session. Let's go. Okay. That's the wrong comment. We're going to change that. And we're going to go to, what did I say? Information scouting. Deal of the century. Deal of the 2 centuries. All right. Let's get into it. This has cut him off. But he's just gonna have to deal with it. I had to tell him that, but he is just gonna have to deal. There we go. Can you do information on, do a video on information gathering? Now, the purpose of this first stream is to excuse me, kind of go through all the comments that I get that aren't going to be turned into videos. At the end of the day, I've got a long list, and some of them just will probably never get done. So, this is what this is for. This is what this stream is for. Can you do a video on information gathering? Now, I did have some points here. Let me go over those. Yes, and it's kind of what we talked about yesterday on Saturday as well. So I will go ahead and get that up and running for us. And we're going to just slightly go over what we talked about last time. We're going to do that, and then it will tie into information scouting as well, okay? So we're going to go here. I know y'all can't see that, so here. Boom. Right. You said you'll be focusing on Mongolia teams. What's different between them and another region? I think that's yet to be seen. I think... I certainly know what STE do, or rather Team Falcons now, but they're not they're not really Mongolian. They're not playing for Mongolia anymore. Yeah. They've just been dominating in such a way that I don't think is going to be easily stopped, you know? Oh, hi, Abby. Hello. Resident expert in the chat. Hello. He's the coach of many teams. He's done epic stuff, so everybody say hi. Yeah, I think for Mongolia it's gonna be interesting to watch them, because I think they really ramped up in the last half of the year, and they're gonna continue if all things go well for them. So I'm gonna be interested to see how they do. But let's get into it, shall we? Let's get freaking into it. Okay, you can see that, right? Yes. We're gonna make this a little smaller so you can see everything. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna pull this forward. Why is it not working? Okay. That's weird. Right. So, for those of you who were here on Saturday's stream, we did talk about this, right? We talked about how to know if there are any enemies, and we really did have a discussion about how to know if DMR are here in this example, right? Because when we saw him try and scope in, you can't see anybody. But you could see earlier on in the clip, you could see that this knock, it was in the kill feed. You could tell based on your map analysis that they might be in there, that's on their rotation, or that's someplace where they might be lurking, that's probably where they will be going. And you can hear the fights, right? You can hear that, and so you know that if KP, who De Muerte are fighting here, are to the south side of them, if they're pointed away, if they're over here, say, over back this way, if they're that way, then that means De Muerte not necessarily are going to be looking at you. They're going to be looking in that direction. So you know your angle automatically from there, which way you can come and crash this if you want to. Now, we did mention that, yes, every good team is going to have somebody looking the opposite direction of the fight for the most part. That is how it's going to be. But it gives you a good idea of where they're going to go and where they're looking, and it's a good tool. So, thinking of that, we are going to be thinking about how to scout for information, right? And it all comes down to a good scout having the best angles. What's happening with the sunshine? It's okay. Welcome in, Johnny. Hello. So let's think about this. So we kind of get an idea that yes, there is somebody there, but we want a little bit more information. So how are we going to go about this? Well, if we know that this team is looking this way, there's probably one, well, we don't know that yet, so let's scratch that. Just, they're looking this way, okay? You have this ridge, to kind of help you. And there's actually another line with a rock right here. So you've kind of got this line of vision for them that's blocked. They can't see past this green line, right? Okay. So what are you going to do about this? How are you going to push this to scout information? Very simply, to be honest. Okay, the more risky approach is going to be straightforward. Straight here, because there is a rock right here. I know you can't see it with all my lines and stuff, but there's like a little rock right here. Now, you could scout up to that, try and get a closer angle, try and see what's going on. This is risky, though, because you are fairly out in the open. And the big thing you have to think about is you are not going to be able to really be covered by your teammates in terms of angles, right? Yes, they could be up here and look down this way, but they have a fairly good sight line, you know, to peeking and things. So in a lot of senses, this might not be your best option. Your best option for scouting is really just to take a different angle. You're going to want to go up here. You see this great big rock, this big hillside right here? It's perfect. They're not really looking at you. You can use your vehicle, and you can be extracted if need be, right? So let's say this player right here, this guy, he's not going to be the one pushing. He's going to stay right here at this rock. So if he's going to... Hi, Banks! Imagine YouTube not sending out notifications. Rude. Rude. How bad. Bad, bad, bad. Anyway. Welcome in, Banks. You're just in time. Don't worry. You've not missed much. So let's say, you know, this guy, he's not going to be the guy who is going to be pushing. For scouting. For scouting purposes, not a push. For scouting purposes, this man is going to stay right here. His teammate is going to go up here. Can you see that on stream? Nope, you cannot see that on stream. That's all I need to do is do a small boopsie. There we go, okay? Now you should be able to see it. His teammate's gonna go up here. This is where he's gonna go. Probably over here. Can you see that on stream? No, you can't. Dang it. Hang on. I have to get a handle on this a little bit. Maybe we just do this and you see everything. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Okay. So the small green circle is where your teammate, his teammate, is really going to be scouting to. And he has a direct angle straight down, right? So he'll be actually able to see the guy that we just talked about. If we skip forward a little bit. Oops. He'll be able to see Korka here, right? Because with that angle, he should have direct access into that window. So that's where that comes in. A good scout, though, is not usually on his own. In rotations, yes. In other areas, no, right? You're always going to want... I can't line this back up now. There we go. You're always going to want an angle. So this is where our friend by the rock will be able to give him a little bit of cover. We go again. Nope, wrong way. We go this way, you can now see he has got angles also on that window, sort of on this window, and over this whole area in general, right? So if De Muerte decide to be aggressive with it, it's not going to happen. He also has an area to go to get rezzed. If he ends up getting knocked here, then his teammate can come, pick him up, and bring him back. It's not an issue. So in terms of angles, that's how you want to scout for things. Okay? So there's that. There's another clip I want you guys to see, though, if I could find it. Where did it go? Hi, Jay. Welcome. Android lag when enemies are near. This might help in info gathering. Yes, I've seen iOS. Yeah, iOS do that. Yeah, Satoru is right. I've had iOS do that a lot. So that's also very helpful. I do want to point out something. Oh, no, something else, though. And this is where we get into this here. And this is going to be our final point for this point, because this is the same clip we'll be using in the next segment as well. So if I can just get here, right. That's about good. So, we see, right, here's our situation. Here's the sitch. We got Team Kasich here. We got this guy. We got this guy. But nobody knows that, right? These guys, they're not in a window, they're not making noise, there's no one around them, no one knows. So what happens when you're a team wanting to approach this area? How do you go about scouting effectively for this? Well, you always use a car, first of all. You don't see anybody able to do this without car. It's just not going to happen. So, hang on. I got distracted by a comment. Let's see. Antonio didn't join in and expect my year-old question to be answered. Is this yours, Antonio, or are you talking about another one? Welcome. Yeah, these are questions that I wanted to get to, but the list is too long for videos. Sometimes I have to just kind of group these together. So we're doing it here, and this will also be on the channel later on. What do you do if you would like to play an off-center edge rotation, but zone keeps hard shifting? Off-center edge rotation. This is your question. Well, welcome. This VOD will be up later, so if you've just come in now, we just were talking about this for a little bit, like the last 10 minutes, so come back and, or go back later and watch that a bit as well. Hard off-center edge rotation, right. Well, hard shifts generally happen in a line, sort of, you know, it's very rare that they kind of go over here and then over here. They generally hard shift, hard shift, hard shift. So I would want to say that if you're playing off center or an edge rotation, the zone keeps hard shifting and it's hard shifting in a certain area, you should then consider a long rotation. Like if it hard shifts, rotate immediately and go all the way around, maybe to the other side if you want to be really extreme with it, but maybe, you know, to one of the horizontal sides. That would be my advice. Just, you know, no context, just that question. That would be my advice. Focus, I know, Hijack. I'm all over the place today. Doesn't help my voice hurts for some reason. I'm trying to hydrate. I'll also be editing down this VOD for an actual video every week. It's not going to be replacing my normal content, but it'll be an addition too. So all of this chit-chat kind of stuff is not going to be in the video, only the good bits, so don't worry. Alright, so we're talking about... Talking about information gathering. We just said Team Kasich are here, but you don't know that, right? So if you're a scout trying to come in, what are you doing? If you're a solo scout, if you're the one scouting ahead for your team and you don't have that cover from your teammates, which I don't recommend, you always want to keep your scouting between sort of like 150 meters, maybe 200 absolute max, but oh no, that's wrong. I would say 400 max, like absolute max would be 400, but generally scouting in a vehicle, you'll see it between anywhere from 150 to 250, 300 meters, something like that. Never too far away, right? So in a vehicle, which I'm going to assume everybody scouting is in a vehicle. If you're not, get a vehicle. You're coming in, you don't want to come in this way, right? Because there's so many obvious reasons here, because even if you do this, you're still having all these shots at you. Look at all that. Look at all those chickens, right? Look at all those angles. Not from the top floor, from the bottom floor. Loads of angles to get shot out and just kill yourself. No, we're not going to do it that way. A smart play would be to come up around here and use some of this cover. Use these angles. If you do get shot, you can get up here, and you know, you also will want to turn back around, something like that, right? Yes, you can still get shot in some of these angles, but you've got a tree, you've got a rock, and the hill is never too far away. It's all about those angles and kind of trying to get these shots to miss. So when you're going up like that, it's harder than when you're going straight across at an angle, right? At a straight line. When you're going up and over at an angle, it's harder to shoot you. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Yes, Antonio, you need all four players need your own car. That's the meta. That's the way to go, personally. Okay, so we've kind of covered very quickly, very briefly, how to scout as a solo. As a team, we have a little bit more to talk about here because as a team, you need angles. If you're going to support your scout effectively, you need angles. Ideally, even if you're a solo scout, even if this scout is doing this, or not quite that low, but, you know, doing this, and then coming back, you guys should already be cresting the hill when he's coming back, right? Immediate support, just like that. But that's besides the point. For a team that just scouts a little extra ahead and the rest follow, sort of thing, you're going to want, and this is where you can be a little bit bolder thinking about your angles, right? You can come up over the hill and, you know, do something like this. You could get really, really close, see if there's anything. You could even, if you wanted to, circle around out in the open. But notice, I didn't go this way. I did not go behind. You can't see because the camera. I didn't go behind the building, right? And there's a reason for that. Because, theoretically, your team is here, maybe they're here, and maybe they're over here. Not a single one has an angle on the back end of the house, right? So you might be going, yeah, but look, there's vehicles there. We want to see if there's vehicles behind there, all that sort of stuff. You don't need to go behind. That's why the arrow going back, that's why this guy over here, this is here. Because you can still see those angles coming in. You can still see the vehicle behind the house. You don't have to go out of your team's angles, right? That's just killing yourself. So, make sure you're sticking with your team's angles. Make sure that you're in front. You put yourself in between your teammates and the enemy. Never put the enemy between you and your teammates unless you're pushing. This is for a purely scouting situation where you're not ready for a fight, okay? So that's kind of where we're at with that. I think that's a fairly brief overview, but it's good. There's some good stuff in there. My voice is killing me for some reason. All right. Now we've done that, I do want to just very quickly, quick sponsor, not a sponsor, quick ad. I'm sponsoring myself at this point. This stream is free for everybody to view, and it's free for everybody to ask questions about the topics, but the topics themselves are not going to be based on chat or something like that, right? Because it takes a lot of time to prepare these topics that we're talking about and prepare the clips and think about kind of where to fit it into the stream and stuff like that. So I still want it to come from you guys, though. I don't want to have to think this. I don't want it to come from me because I want to help you guys and your teams, right? So this is where the memberships come in. The OWL membership is what you're going to be able to access the stream topics with. So this means that every week I will be coming into that chat on Discord and going, hey, we're going to be talking about rotations today. Does anybody have a problem with rotations? Does anybody have a question? Does anybody, have seen a pro team even do a rotation thing and go, hey, I wonder how they did that? And then do that. You provide me with the clip, and then I do the rest, and it comes up on stream, right? I pick 4 or 5, depending on how much time we have, or how much time we'll make an hour, and we'll do it like that, okay? So this is the live coaching. This is honestly a really great deal because it's either this or like full-time coaching or part-time coaching, which gets really expensive really quickly. And so because it's not only the live stream stuff, right? You've also got exclusive chat channels that are only visible to owls. You've got special help channels on the Discord server, and you've got the stream aspect as well. If you're not all about that but still want to support, if you still want access to some really, really cool help channels that are more exclusive than the free ones already on the channel, then you can join the Hawks as well, the $2.99. That would be amazing, and of course I appreciate everybody who's doing that. Link is in the description if you are interested in going ahead and grabbing that for yourself, because this is kind of a one-off, this particular stream, because I don't have enough questions in the comments that aren't going to be YouTube videos to actually continue this. So I'm really going to be relying on you guys to be making these streams and building these streams with me, okay? So if you want to go ahead and do that, then do so, and we can have a great blast. I'm thinking about doing it every single week. If we have those questions on board, it's going to be awesome. And exactly as you've seen here, Antonio, I've answered your question, and we're going into it and getting really in depth. And this is what we're going to do. And, you know, people in chat can ask questions and give their opinion on the topic, and it's going to be a blast. So, would love to have you join us. But anyway, and we're at 1080p. I mean, what's not to love? 0 frame drops at 1080p. That's unheard of for Neptura, so let's go. Anyway, we'll you know, just a little bit of a spawn there, but no, we're gonna go into this last topic, this final topic. Oh, not, wait. Wait, we wanna, no. Why is it cropped it for no reason? Hang on, everybody. We just need to, because that's got the wrong, hang on. Okay, so this is by Takura. I'm just gonna say Takura. 4 months ago, because I'm gonna have to crop his name out here. So Takura, thank you very much for your comment. If I can actually get this to work. There we go. And it says during rotation and how to initiate it. Gosh darn it. It's a work in progress, guys. We're getting there, right? Here, we'll just make it bigger, and then bring this and bring this over. We'll crop it to that, and then bring this and bring that over. Excellent. We got there in the end, guys. Again, thank you to Takura for this comment, because it's our final one. And if the stream hadn't crashed 4 times on Saturday, this would have been a really cool segment, because it all ties into each other, but that's okay, you'll see it in the video. So, how can we go ahead and grab this? Right? Brazen, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Hi. Isn't it nice? I'm streaming again. Saturday I streamed as well, and it crashed 4 times. So we're doing it during the day, and it's perfect. So there we go. How are you, Brazen? Welcome in. You're just in time to see the final segment. Hello. Hi. Yeah, everything on stream's looking perfect, so I love that for me. Okay. Yeah, so we're just about to talk about, I know the woes of streaming, it's terrible. Can you make a video about when to take a fight during rotation? No, I cannot make a video, but I will answer it here. I will go ahead and answer that question here, and maybe it'll be a video later on, but I don't want to keep the list of videos to do too long and keep people waiting. So we're just going to talk about it briefly here. So this is a very important one, because so often you see teams really struggle with getting taken out in rotation. So I think this clip is going to be an excellent one to use for this purpose, and we're going to use a slightly different scenario. So we know that Kasich is here, as we just discussed. What your team is doing, though, they're not coming this way. We're going to say they're not doing that. What we're going to say is you're just trying to make a nice little rotation across here, maybe to this building, maybe up to those Pachinki Hills, something like that. You've scouted incorrectly, perhaps, or perhaps they've just been really quiet, and you don't know that Kasich are there. But they'll surprise you. You are rotating in your vehicle, just very nicely, along this area. Let's say you get to about here. Okay? All of a sudden, you get shot. They hit a tire, your car spins out. No, we're not going to do that because that would mean you'd have to stop. Scratch that. They start shooting you. A lot of the times I see teams end up stopping. Right? But not behind a tree, not behind a rock. Right there. They stop in the middle, in the open, just completely without cover, right? Their team haven't caught up with them yet, so they're on their own, that sort of thing. The number one thing you want to not do is do exactly this. Never, ever stop in the middle if you can help it. If your tire, if your car spins out, something like that, you've got no choice. But don't do it of your own volition, okay? This is bad, because I don't even have to explain this. I'm not going to explain this to you. Y'all are smart enough to think why this is a bad idea. But you may know why that's a bad idea. But how do you do the good idea, right? Okay. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to go, you've done this. Oops, nope. You've rotated. You're getting shot. What do? You go to the tree, you could do, but it's kind of it's not going to hold you for very long. Immediately away. Don't go. You could also go towards. This would also be a really good idea, actually. So you go away behind trees, okay? So let's zoom in here a little bit. We're going to go through these options. Let's say you go away. Okay? Immediately away is this. Watch the angles here. Excuse me, my voice is funky. Watch the angles here, okay? They got you. They've been getting you since here. They're getting you. They're getting you. They're getting you. They're getting you. Uh-oh. They've hit a tree, hit a rock, hit foliage. Yes, they can shoot through that, but they can't see you, right? So, that means you can either go this way. Oops. You can... No, stop it. That means when they can't see you, you go up here and look at them, or you move away and go, hey guys, don't go here, that sort of thing, right? If your other option is to do this and go directly down here, you've got that downward angle, you got gravity, right, helping you be a little bit faster. But watch as well what it does to your team's angles on you. Here they are. They're looking at you. They're looking at you. They're looking. Uh-oh. Right? This blocks them right about here. Even from upstairs, right? You're going, okay, well, they got the upstairs window. Okay, let's watch it. There we go. They're shooting. Uh-oh. They can't shoot you anymore, right? And especially if you're going this way, they have less chance. Same from the other side. This window right here. This window. They're shooting. They can still get you, but this is where you take that into account and you go here. This side. You go not where that green arrow is pointing. You go here. Okay? Or rather, in a more direct line, you go here. That way, those angles are cut off. Sorry, guys. Don't know what's up with me. So, that's how you do that. That's your angles that you have to be thinking about when you're suddenly getting shot on that rotation, okay? The other thing is to split up. If you guys are coming in as a team and you suddenly realize, uh-oh, you're getting shot. Here you all are. You're getting shot. Everybody's shooting you. Maybe there's two coming up behind you. Or you're, 2-on-2. You're getting shot. And you're getting shot. Right? So what do you do here? What in this situation when there's multiple of you? Okay. This is where you can use everything we've just talked about and do it all at once. This is where you've got to really be really good at that adaptability and quick decision making. But it's possible. This is where you go here, one goes here, and one goes here. Okay? This guy over on this side, he might decide to come down here a little bit, or he might decide to join up with his teammates. This guy probably wants to get out of there fairly quickly. He's kind of stuck there, but it is a nice angle position just to kind of stop people in their tracks. Possibly nadeable. It's a kind of a risky play, but, you know, depends on how damaged your car is, etc. I'm just having a little look here, trying to think of all the different things that you could do. I would not recommend continuing. You can continue once you're back here, but that's a long rotation and frankly fairly worthless. This rotation here, keeping on going, is just going to make you explode because they have clear line of sight. Don't do it. So don't stop here and don't continue. You want to do something. This has to cause and affect something. Them shooting you has to make you change something. You can't continue as you were doing, and you can't stop. You must change movement, change direction, do something, right? So that's kind of where you're at with those angles. Once you have those angles set up, let's say, for instance, let's say you've got two on this hill. You know, you can see this hill coming. You know, you all know where this is, so you can see kind of this hill doing this, right? You got one angle here. The dots are your angles, or your teammates, rather. Let's say even you have one here. And then, let's say another by the tree. Just for instance. Look at all the angles that your teammates have, and the cover that each other has on each other. Against these two, right? Because watch. This guy. He's going to shoot. But he's going to shoot back. You. This guy. And this guy. Maybe some nades to keep him away from the window. Right? Look at those angles and how that's separating the team. The duo. Separating them. And also helping each other. Right? That's the kind of angles that you really want. Okay, what about a nade? Let's say this guy, it's a risky position. Let's say he gets naded. What does this team do? This guy covers. This guy covers. This guy retracts. Or extracts. This guy gets his teammate, brings them back. Theoretically, Mandarin should be throwing more nades. Again, it's a risky position. You've got to kind of combat that in the moment. But you still have those angles to play with. You still got control over the situation. And that's where you want to come in with things. Hello, lighting. And that's really kind of how you want to do this. Hi, Moise. Hi, Toma. Welcome, welcome. Kursna, please make a dedicated vid on how to analyze your gameplay and make strategies that can't be counted because many times there isn't any exact mistake in many matches. Yeah, it can be very difficult to do that. I think analyzing your gameplay, making a video on how to analyze your gameplay, again, I think it's one of those things that wouldn't really necessitate a full video on, but I think it would definitely be a great topic for a live stream. And if you are interested in making that a live stream, I see you've also asked how to become a professional coach. That's a different story. It's really just working your way up. It's, in my experience, at least, it's been working kind of your way up and having a solid resume. That has helped, for sure. And I got very lucky because I started my YouTube channel, and then the European scene is fairly small and was fairly smaller back in the day, and so I actually the manager for UOL got me and said, hey, we want you to be the analyst. So I got very lucky there. But it's really just making yourself be good. I mean, and also making yourself visible and putting yourself out there. What if last two guys... Oh, wait, hang on. So, Krishna, that the dedicated vid, though, that'd be an excellent topic, even though I can't make a video. So, if you want to go ahead and be somebody who is able to make topics for the stream, you will be absolutely able to once you go here and grab yourself an OWL membership. And that is going to give you access to certain Discord channels that I will be building these streams off of, right? Today, we're just doing comments from YouTube, but it's not always going to be that way. It will be purely topics that the OWL members end up are part of. So if you want to go ahead and do that, go do that, because that would be a great topic for a live stream. What if last two guys, especially the hill one, give a long peek and they're knocked out? So how can we save them? Excellent question, Moise. Oh, Brazen, I need to get some Discord, some all that in here, don't I? The links to everything are in the description of this video, but here, grab that. Go ahead and grab yourself one of those. So there you go. There's Ko-Fi and there's Discord. But yeah, I forgot I can do commands on YouTube. I need to sort that out. But great question, Moise. Let's talk about it. Let's have a little old chat. So here we are. And Moise's question is, okay, this guy gets knocked, let's say. Or let's make it more difficult. Let's make it even more difficult. This guy gets knocked. This is a calamity, right? Because now he can't have cover over this guy, or this guy, or this guy. He doesn't have cover on him or on him. This guy's really, your player here is the backbone of the team. So let's say he peeks just a little too long. He makes that mistake. Boom. He gets knocked. Your whole team could fall apart very, very easily. Because now, this guy can start nading without any real worries. Now, there's double pressure on this player, as there is on this player, except there's triple pressure because he's the only one who can get this guy. So all of a sudden, world of hurt that your team is in. Okay. So let's undo all of that. So how do we combat this situation? Let's have a little think here. Okay. This is going to be based on a couple of things. We're going to go with this guy. Cannot get knocked. How can he not get knocked? I would say he could move slightly, ever so slightly. He's going to be able to move just to this corner, right here. Okay? He's going to go there. So his position has changed a little bit. He's got a little bit more of an angle, and any nades that go his way are not going to be too much of a problem for him. Okay? He's going to do that. From there, he is also going to be chucking a lot of nades. Doesn't matter if they land, it just matters that they're there. This player here, he's got a big task, and this is where responsibility of this guy, oops, that's the wrong thing. That's the responsibility of this guy, falls on this guy's shoulders. It's unfortunate, but it should only be a minute and a half maximum, right? So this is where he's going to cover these angles. He's going to cover his teammate, most importantly, because that's the biggest angle. He's also going to cover this one, though, as well. And this is where the team up at the top comes into play. The player at the top, he's going to go behind the hill there. He's going to throw that smoke and go behind the hill. Do not think about going across like this. Go behind. If you're at the crest of the hill, go behind. There's no reason to go in front. You're just setting yourself up for failure. For real. Okay? So do it that way. Okay? Once he's res back up, this player is going to go back, and we won't have that anymore. Okay? And you'll be reset. These guys are not going to be able to do much with this. Yes, there is this angle here. He could do something. He could do something. This is a little tricky for him. So your main prerogative for this player here is going to be Mandarin. It is going to be the guy in the left-hand building to them. Okay? So that's kind of how I would do something with that. Hi, Anuj. I hope that's Anuj. Ronald, welcome. Razor, hello. The last guy getting knocked out, opponents have more chance to wipe you. Which guy? The one on the ground? On ground level? By the crates? Or the one up on the hill? On the left side? Thomas says, how to engage fight when you have good central compound in a situation where you can go for passive chicken but extra kills. How can you take splits or engage fights? That's an excellent topic for another stream. So go ahead and grab yourself a membership and we can discuss that. Anoj, sorry. Anoj, welcome. Thank you, Proby. Or is that wrong? Has Proby led me astray again? He always does. If the hill... Okay, so if the hill guy gets knocked... I have to disagree slightly. I think this position is still really strong. Yes, I think you're right in that you don't have... If you don't have him, you don't have that cover angle, right? But this guy can still do it. It is going to be more difficult, but at the same time, the only issue that this is going to have is while this player is rezzing, going behind the ridge, while this player is rezzing, this guy is able to do a lot more, right? So he does not have any angles. It's not how that works. But he can move around. He can go outside and look this way if he wants. He can get to this little building over here. He can go over to the back. He can join his teammate, right? He's kind of free to do whatever he wants. That's where that risk comes in. But honestly, I don't think in this sort of position there's any room to push. Nooge. Didn't I say Nooge? Proby trolling me, nothing new. That's Proby. Yes, agree, Toma. Yeah, he could also smoke that window and they can start that push that way. Yes, if they want to be really aggressive with it, absolutely. Yeah, if they decide to push, 100%, I agree. No, because this is the thing, Moise, right? This is the thing. If that guy does get knocked out, right? Let's get rid of these circles. If this guy does get knocked out, and if they nade this guy, let's say they nade this guy, right? Worst case scenario, they nade this guy. So now he's knocked. They still can't push. Because if you got two knocked out like that, you know they're going to try a push. So these guys shouldn't be moving. They shouldn't move from their spots. Just stay put. Because they have those angles, right? They can see this guy. They can see this guy. And if they move back and try to do a rotation in the vehicles, look how open this is. Just look at it. It's huge. There's so much open space. They have to come around. Oh, wrong thing. They have to come around here and out. They could do this. They have to come around the other way as well. They can't possibly do this. They'll just get shot. And so, you know, you kind of got this going as well. It's not going to work. Could it work if they kept one in here? So say Reflect in this situation is the guy to go and do this, and then this guy's covering his angles, right? He's covering this. That could work. It could, but this is where you have two of these players down. So I don't think they're able to push without a lot of variables. Lamau Proby. Oh, my voice. I don't know what's up with it. I've not talked today. Okay, Bad House will be blocked, and they would have 35-40 seconds gap to hit their weak point by blocking the angle. Simple strategy is don't peek until smoke deploy. After smoke, players should push with ADS with confidence because the risky angle is already blocked. Yeah, exactly. If they want to push these buildings, then yes, they need to smoke that window and they need to make a push, right? One guy is reviewing, so only one guy can give him. Why is one guy No, that's what I'm saying. Don't revive. Don't revive. If you've got two like this, and the only two in the middle, don't revive, because it's not worth it. You know that while you're trying to revive, they're going to push. And that's where you try and go, right? It's better to be as a duo, survive as a duo, than die trying to get your teammates back up, right? Especially in this sort of situation. Once you have two down, they will push. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's true. The guys on the hill should not get into this situation in the first place. You don't want to get knocked, but you are going to get knocked at some point. So, there is that. But that does, if there's no more, let's have a little discussion here. Because this is the last point, so once we're done here, we're done with the stream. So, anything else, everybody? For this topic? For this topic. Music is a chill vibe. I like this music. It's a good background for what we're doing here. So again, this will be a VOD, like the last stream. This will be a VOD, so you can watch this in its entirety. Or, I will also be editing this down, and this will be out later on in the week, hopefully. So you can go ahead and watch the edited down version as well of this. Find the compound. Yeah, you're gonna try and push. You're gonna try. Yeah, absolutely. You gotta, because in this sort of situation, right? There's not a whole lot of hope. You gotta get those knocks and get the push, because you're kind of stuck. So it's really important that you do your best to push. Brazen, I love you. Thank you. He just did a streamer shout out in his Discord. I appreciate you, sir. Also, this is the soft launch of a very important announcement. I don't know if y'all can see in the title. Yeah, Moise, yeah. But this is a very important soft launch. Kind of epic. Don't know if you can see it. I edited it. It should be able to be seen. Yeah, what's at the end of the title of this video? What's the end, my guys? I'll let you figure it out. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna make an announcement at some point this week. I was kind of waiting for there to be an official announcement, but it's taking a little bit of time. And I kind of want to just talk about it, and start, doing that sort of stuff. So, I'll make an announcement later on in the week. But this is kind of a soft launch. If you missed it, sucks to be you. You'll see it probably Thursday or Friday. But yeah, okay. So I don't think there's anything else here. Just one more time, just gonna leave it on this here. And Discord and Ko-Fi are both in the description as well as in the chat right now. So just gonna Control-C all that. Send and send. So there you go, just a blatant plug. Again, for any topics that you guys want to cover in the streams, you're going to have to get the OWL membership, and it's a great, part of a great team, great group of peeps all in there, so that's going to be fun. And Hawks as well, if you want special Discord access to everything. So the special Discord channels are accessed by everybody past present and future. So we're gonna have a lot of really cool people in the server in future, and so you guys, members, and those people will have special Discord access for special Discord help channels that are not available to the general public. So it's gonna be really a cool thing we got going here. But I think that's kind of the end of it, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Look forward to the video later on in the week, probably, or possibly early next week. We'll see. I am going to schedule another one of these. It is going to be once a week. We're going to let this one, I probably won't be able to do another one this week just because I've got a lot of stuff going on with like videos and things. but we'll do another one next week if there's members and everything. So get yourself a membership. Get yourself in the Discord for sure. That's definitely the place to be for everything esports. We got all kinds of people in there. We got casters in there. We got pro players in there. We got a couple of coaches. You got me, which should be should be reason enough. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's going to be really fun, and we're having a great time so far. It's a very active Discord server, so join us for sure for everything esports, news, events, all kinds of good stuff. So it's very epic. I'm very pleased with how things are going so far. What are benefits of membership, Toma? So yeah, like I said before, or as you can see on stream, right? Benefits of membership. For the Hawk membership, you've got Discord access to very special and you got it, an elite help channels in the Discord server, as well as a private chat area. For the Owls, you have everything on the Hawk tier. You have private channels that are private to away from the Hawks, right? So it's Owl only. And then also you have the opportunity to get your questions all answered like it was for this stream on the live stream. So every week I'll go in and say, hey, we're going to be talking about fights, about CQC fights, or hey, we're going to talk about rotations this week. And then if you've got questions, if your team needs help in this area, or if you've seen a play that you're curious about, like from a pro or something, send me the clip, send me your question, and I will do the rest, and it'll be part of the stream. And so everybody can get a chance to learn from that. But only by being a member can you provide or, get your stuff being the topic. So there you go. That's kind of where we're at for that. Did somebody just join? Somebody who joined? Dark Ray just joined my streaming server. Welcome. Interesting. Okay, so it's not for the esports server. I've got another. I've got another server for when I was streaming, like my streamer server, and somebody just joined it. I thought that was for this one. Never mind. Anyway, so that's how it is. That's how it do be. If you have any other questions about it, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to help and get you sorted if that's something you're interested in. It's going to be really cool, though. I think it's going to be a really, really good resource for everybody, because like I said earlier, it's basically coaching. And if you don't have something like this at your disposal, then it's part-time coaching or it's full-time coaching, and that gets really expensive really quickly. So I understand, the need for something where it's like, I just have like one or two problems and we got to do something about it. That's totally cool. And so that's kind of what this membership comes into play here, so everybody gets to benefit, everybody gets to learn, but you specifically as well. So it's a mini coaching session in a public space, and it's $7.99 a month, four streams a month. That's kind of what we're trying to do here. So there you go. I should probably mention now we're also going to be doing a little bit of added coaching sessions, but this will be offline and completely personal and tailored to you. Off stream, it's going to be like having a coach, but it is for a specified amount of time. That is going to be coming out this week, and we will be opening slots up for April, so stay tuned for that as well. So join the Discord or one of my social medias if you haven't already, and you'll find that, but I'll also post it on the community space on YouTube. And that will be launching soon, and that's going to be really, really cool. So, a lot of stuff happening over the next couple of months. I'm really excited. So, that's the first stream done and dusted in part 2. But I'm really happy with how the stream went. The technically 0 drop frames. We got 1080p, 30 FPS. Really nice and smooth, really good to go. So I'm excited to get this into a video, excited for this to get up online, and we're gonna have a gay old time. So I will see you next week. Thank you all so much for joining and hanging out and interacting and loving the sessions. It's great fun. This will be in a video later on this week or early next week. And the VOD will be up immediately, so you can go ahead and check this out whenever you want to. So follow Discord, join our memberships. It's really great fun. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget, we do have a video coming out hopefully Thursday, maybe Friday. And it's really awesome and it's quite long, so you get excited for that later on in the week. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I will see you all when I see you, and thank you so much for hanging out and joining me on this little session. And until next time, get good. See ya.